you already traveled the parks and you guys want to do a little bit more and enjoy your time at Orlando. This video will explain every single detail that you guys need to know when you guys travel to what many consider the happiest place on earth. But before we jump into the biggest secrets of Orlando, please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment if you want to see more videos like this one. So with that being said, let's get to it. Place number 1 has definitely got to be one of my favorite spots in Orlando. It's called Old Town. Old Town is this place that it's completely free. It has a bunch of vintage cars shows. They have concerts. They have the famous slingshot ride. They have different other rides and even very unique stores that you don't usually see in your city or just anywhere in Orlando in general. To begin with, all the attractions they have there is family friendly. Most of the things are, I would say, aiming towards teens because the ride like Slingshot is pretty intense, so I don't really recommend kids to get on it. But anyone that wants to see people ride on it, they have a little monitor, you can see the reactions. It's a really cool experience you want to do when you go to Orlando, because when you see it in person, it's really funny because you get to see them go all the way up and down, screaming. You get to see them before they get on the ride, all nervous. Sometimes the people that operate it have fun with them by throwing like a nut onto the stage and acting like the thing broke. It's a really cool thing that you can have fun with the family checking that out. They also have go-karts. They have go-karts. You could have a bunch of fun. I always go with my nieces and nephews. They have a zip line. They have so many good stuff that you could do for free, but some of the attractions you need to pay for it. Actually, pretty sure all the attractions need to pay for it, but going to Old Town is free. The parking is free. It's a really cool place to go if you really have the time for it, especially at night. My favorite time to go is at night because all the nighttime stuff is going on. A bunch of people go there. It's a really cool time to go with family. Another amazing place is definitely one thing that I'm pretty much sure know that you guys have this on your list is definitely Disney Springs. Disney Springs is formerly known as Downtown Disney. They remodeled the whole thing between about 7 to 5 years. It's an amazing thing that they have been doing for a few years now. It is a beautiful marketplace filled with different types of shops for both adults and kids. They have Legos, they have the Rainforest Cafe, the Dinosaur Restaurant, they have Gucci, they have a bunch of designer shops that I definitely only go in there just to check out the things. Everything is pretty much expensive, but going to Disney Springs is free. So if you want to go there, you want to have a good time. They have free concerts there too. So if you want to check out their free concerts, they have this big stage. You can participate. They always have something going on every day of every hour of every minute, basically at Disney Springs at a free price. The parking is free, everything is free except for shops and stuff like that. If you want to pick up your annual passes to go to Disney, that's the place you have to go to. So Disney Springs is definitely a must-do thing at Orlando if you're gonna be visiting. If you have the free time to check out, have some fun with your kids for free, or pick up some new merch, exclusive Disney merch, definitely check out Disney Springs. Now, I bet you're feeling a bit hungry. Number 3 in this list has to be the dinner and shows that they have in Orlando. And one of my personal favorites is Medieval Times Dinner and Tournament. The dinner show is definitely suited for all ages. I love going with my family. It's a really cool time. You could go with your friends, family, anyone you want, because it's just a really cool thing you could check out. These guys really fight with actual swords and weapons. But don't worry, they don't get hurt. They're really trained actors. They know what they're doing in there. I love the action that they do. You can hear the clanging and the boards breaking when they do the joust. It's like a very medieval times feeling. The name says it right there. And one of my favorite parts of the theater is that you get to meet the cast. You get to meet the knights, the king, the princess, pretty much everyone if you're the last show of the night. Now, I can't guarantee you that it's still happening, but since the last time I went, which was about a year ago, they were still doing it. It was really fun. Kids had a big blast. Kids love meeting the knights, and anybody else that just loves in general that cosplay stuff, you get to go like that. So if you really want more information about Medieval Times, I definitely left the link in the description, and check them out for more admission prices. And if you want to ask even more questions about groups and the shout out they do during the shows, give them a call or email them and they'll definitely help you out. And if you're still feeling a little bit hungry, and Medieval Times is definitely something that you might like, you want to check out Pirates Dinner Adventure. Same age, pretty much 10 years old, and it's really more family orientated. I definitely recommend it for a younger audience just because the Pirates do a lot of comedy skits. Now, the target for Pirates Dinner Adventure is that the guests can be part of the show too. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. They'll pick someone else, but I definitely encourage people to do it. Especially kids. They usually pick out kids. It's a big place. It's actually, they have this big platform that it's literally like a Pirates themed place. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. And the food is amazing. By the way, their chicken tenders, for the love of God, please select them. It's hands down one of my favorite things from there. They have some comedy too. Like, it's really family based. I like the way that they do the acting. I believe it's a little bit better than medieval times, but I still love both just because it's a dinner and a show, and it's all for a good price. So if you definitely want to check something out like that, I have the links all down below. And if you're the last show, the same thing that they do in medieval times, they do it in Pirates. They have, instead of a meet and greet, they have a party. They have this party in the pre-lobby, and it's like a concert. Everybody's going crazy. It's a dance floor. It's really cool. So if you want to have some fun, definitely check out Pirates Dinner Adventure at International Drive. Now, number 5 of this list is another fun spot to go in Orlando for very cheap if you want to avoid the parks and still have a great time, is no other than Fun Spot USA. Fun Spot is actually a carnival-based theme park. It's not much of a theme park, but it's more of an attractions park. I compare it a lot to carnivals, like local ones that come, I don't know, every other month or so. It's super fun. They have things like go-karts. They have Crazy Mouse. So although it may be a little bit less exciting to go instead of going to like the Goliath theme parks like Universal and Disney, you definitely want to check out Fun Spot in the same reasons, because it's a really cool place to go. It has that fair feeling, and if you want to do something different, you definitely might want to go to Fun Spot. It's a really cool place to go. You definitely want to check out other videos here in YouTube before you guys actually jump into it. So just in case, if you guys couldn't find anything more information based on it, I put the link down in the description if you guys want to check more about it. Now, this is a place that I find very, very, very underrated in all of Florida. When I say all of Florida, it's all of Florida. And it has to be one of the coolest, most interesting places that we all have a part on, and we should all definitely visit one day. And it has to be the Crayola Experience in Orlando. It's located in the Florida Mall. They have so many different cool things, such as you can make your own crayon, you could play with Play-Doh, you can name your own crayon, you can meet the crayons. You could do so many things in that place. It reminds me so much of this old place called Wanadu City here in Miami. So I can't express how slept on this place is. The attractions are completely amazing. I've seen all types of YouTubers go, and I can't believe it's so empty because it's just so fun. They have so many different things. I say it'll take you a good day or so in order to do the whole thing, because it's just that big and inside of a mall. So especially inside of a mall, you expect more people inside of it, but instead there's not many people that go there, and it's definitely a place that you want to go, and it's not expensive. From meet and greets to the Crayola factory show, it is all included within the admission price. Honestly, all ages should not be able to overlook this place and go, because it's just such a fun place to go to. So I spy with my little eye something very large and that could take you anywhere in Orlando for $60 and gives you a nice tour like a bird. Can you think of the place of it? Oh yeah, I know for sure when you go to Orlando, you definitely see a bunch of helicopters on the side of the road, and they're begging you to go inside. I highly recommend people to do it because it's just a once in a lifetime. Now, this is definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. When you go to something as big as that for under $60, it gives you a tour pretty much all of Orlando. $60 per person is definitely not a bad price, and it doesn't take much up of your day. Going on helicopters, it's a really cool experience if you want to see Orlando in a different perspective. I can't really speak much about it, but I definitely recommend it. I've read all the reviews, and if you guys want to check out a little bit more on that, I left a link with all the cool stuff that you could do in Orlando, and it's definitely included with different types of companies that they do in Orlando. So with this experience, you can see pretty much anything you want. It's a really cool experience you could do in Orlando. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I won't keep saying that because it's such a cool thing. You get to go see Orlando in a different perspective in many ways that others typically don't see. Pilots are going to show you around and explain exactly every landmark that you get to see. So if you want more info on how you guys could get onto a helicopter, I'll put the link in the description with various different types of companies that will allow you to go inside of it. There's not really an age limit for you to get on it, but it's definitely something I recommend for everyone to do. So if you can see from the distance, in International Drive is this big Ferris wheel, and it's really cool because it's air conditioned, it has everything you want it, and it's very accessible for everyone. And when I say this, it's the Orlando Eye. Now, it's just a nickname, Orlando Eye. It's a really cool thing. It's a big Ferris wheel. It's a huge Ferris wheel, actually. And you get to see pretty much all of Orlando. I know for sure you get to see Universal and some parts of SeaWorld. It's really cool. I love the fact that you get to see everything and not many people go do it at night, midday, however you want. It does not take up your day. It's pretty reasonable price for what they provide. The views from that structure is so beautiful, especially at night. I definitely recommend for anyone that do not want to get on the helicopter. It's located in International Drive, so it's not too far from Universal. It's definitely inside of Orlando. It's a really cool place. And in that same street, International Drive, there's a bunch of different things you get to do. So down the street from the Orlando Eye, you get to see a land governed by pirates. And when I say this is because they have the Pirates Cove mini golf. I think it's a really cool experience for any pretty much age group. I definitely recommend this place for people that have less than 5 people in their group because that place could be pretty tight and a lot of people love to go there. So when I tell you that a putt-putt golf course is pretty difficult to do, that's definitely one of them. I can guarantee you it's a really fun place to go if you want to have some fun with friends and family. So you'll be able to play one of the most funnest competitive putt-putt golfs you'll ever play in your life, because that place is so intense in the way that they structured the whole thing. So if you're in a relationship and you have some friends and family that want to come along, definitely go there. It's a really cool place, very family oriented. You won't regret it. So as we make down our way to number 10, we are going to talk about Wonderworks. Wonderworks is a upside down mansion down the street from Pirates Cove International Drive. It's so cool. When I say this place is really cool, it's because it's all science things. It's telling you the causes and effects. They have faraway galleries. They have different types of things. They have like natural disasters, so you get to experience how a hurricane feels with like all the winds and stuff. So it's a lot of physical things. They have like a space discovery, physical challenge zone. So the whole layout about Wonderworks is because they want to see, it says it pretty much on the name of it. So it's a place where you can wonder and you get to see how everything works. Especially in science, they pretty much explain how everything is done. So it's a really cool place if you want to go with families and friends. I would say it will take a good portion of your day. So if you're planning to go and visit this place, you definitely might want to go check out their link down in the description if you like science at all. You ever wanted to see History in Your Eyes from 1912? You ever watched that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? I believe one of the best movies ever made based on history. You already know I'm talking about Titanic. So they have this special place called the Titanic Artifact Exhibition. It is a guided tour and it's pretty much telling you the history about the Titanic. And they have a bunch of parts of the Titanic. You definitely want to check it out. It's a guided tour that will explain everything. I don't think you get to touch it, but I think there's some things you could definitely touch. They have this night gala. When the guided tour is over, you actually get to walk around Rome as much as you want. They do not mind it at all until pretty much when the day's done and they have to close. But it's a really cool place you want to go if you definitely liked the Titanic and want to check some more things about it. Whether it's in the canals or in the lakes, there's definitely a place you could check them out, and there's hundreds, I tell you about hundreds of them. It's definitely at Gatorland. So when you head on over to Gatorland, you definitely want to check it out because they have all types of different shapes and sizes of gators, and they're just relaxing, basking in the sun, just waiting for you to visit. Now, don't worry, they are kept in captivity. There's no way that you get to get near them, at least to the ones that are very dangerous. There's some that are docile, but they have their safety regulations. So if you're brave enough and you feel like Tarzan or the Jungle Boy, you definitely want to check out the zip line that they have there. It's so awesome. I love the way that they put it because right below the zip line, you're pretty much about 50 feet over them. And they have this lake infested with gators, and it's just awesome. I love the way that they laid it out, and it's just really cool because it's very safe. There's no way that line's gonna snap. And one of the most unique things, it's definitely one of the cool things I love about Gatorland, is that you get to see how the trainers interact and how they connect with the Gators. So it's definitely something really cool you want to do with your family. I recommend it 100% because it's not something you get to see at Busch Gardens or SeaWorld. It's very different because it's a theme park pretty much very concentrated into gators. They talk about how to conserve them, how they protect them, and what's the really cool things about gators that make you love them just a little bit more. So go ahead and check out Orlando's Gatorland and see one of Florida's most respected and well-feared animals. So that pretty much does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. And if I missed something, pretty much comment that down below. Make sure to check out the links down below because that's where everything that I had talked about in this video will be listed. Give a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy travels.